And here we are with ticker symbol SPX, the S&P 500 index, and we're going to break this down. I've been doing these videos weekly. It's a weekly series that I do, and I'm going to go ahead and point out some things. These are the circles of the previous times that the pumps happen. You can see the several points that the stocks actually rise, and specifically the index. And if the index is rising, there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it. So I'm going to go ahead and say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back. And we're going to jump into this chart here, and we're going to do some digging here on what's happened in the previous week and what's going on and what to expect the coming days, right? So right now we are heading towards the last pump. These are all the previous pumps. You can see them here. And the most recent one was on the 3rd, and I want us to look at that closely. So on the 3rd was one of the highest rises that we've seen the pumps do in a while, and it actually brought this up to newer highs. So here we are on the 2nd. It had risen up to 33.30, right? And it fell towards 32.80, and then the 3rd was actually right here where this first candlestick actually starts rising fairly quickly. You could see that there. And right at that point from the 32.80, they brought themselves up to about, I'd say 33.06, 33.05, and right there it stopped. Now this is the 3rd, the date of the pump. We saw that in the picture. I'm going to show you guys once again. The 3rd, 11/3/2020. So on the 3rd of November, which was the date of the election that we were all waiting and anticipating, and we're still slightly anticipating until now being announced today, one of the political leaders overall winning the election. And then we have other debates, and there's a lot of controversial issues going on with that. We still don't have a full determined win, but based off of what the electoral votes are showing and the voters are showing and what the graphs are showing, one has won over the other. So I'm not here to talk about the elections or anything, but it so happens to land on the election day, right? November 3rd. So it went from 33.05 all the way up to 33.88. That right there was almost an $80 jump. I mean, literally $83 to be honest. And then it kind of dipped, and November 4th started right here when it ran up again. So it dipped back down to about a low here of 33.50 and some change, but it leveled off at the 33.69, 33.70 range. So that's still a big jump that anyone could have taken advantage of on jumping in on a stock, because if the S&P 500 rose that much, there's individual ticker symbols rising up 30 cents to $3 per share, like I always say. Now, the run continued. So this built the catalyst for this to continue in this direction. And here we are consolidating in a sideways movement. Now the question is, could this hold itself up? Will the next pump hold it up? Possibly it can if news is taken in a positive manner. So we're going to see how the market reacts to the news of who officially won, because this was all speculation, right, towards one or the other. And if the speculation here is leaning towards who won the election according to what news is showing and stating, and also what the votes are showing and what the electoral college votes are showing, and also the whole chart when you look at the whole entire United States with the red and the blue, then this will continue to run. This might even run to newer highs, or possibly get close back up here to where we once were at the 35 and some change, or all the way up here when we're almost hit 3600. Because this run, if the pumps continue after this, which I'm going to go into some details about that in just a second, then this is going to continue to run to newer highs, possibly. So we're going to look at this closely. So that was our previous pump, and you could see the effects there. That's why these pumps are awesome to take advantage of, and make sure that you're getting in at the right points and exiting at the right points. But if you held through, you could have made a big jump. I mean, you could have gotten in on the second at 32.70 and gotten out anywhere here at 35 and some change. I mean, that's also the SPY that you can use if you want to, or individual ticker symbols. It's all about how you want to go about it. I'm not here to tell you what to buy, what to sell, what to hold. I'm not here to tell you that I'm guaranteeing you profits. You need to do your due diligence and pay close attention. I'm just here to enlighten everyone on the great opportunity to maximize profits and minimize your losses using this strategically for as long as the pumps continue. So right now we're here. We're at 35.09. So I want to go ahead and draw the possible outcomes, which are usually tend to happen, or they happen a little bit differently. So on Monday, if all these election results and all this news gets people not just speculatively excited, but actually just excited in hope, right? And they see value in what's about to happen, or what changes are happening, or if nothing changed, according to what the market's perspective is, this could actually level off and run up. So that's what's going to happen possibly on Monday, right? So if that happens on Monday and we level off like that, now we have a point, and it's not going to be exactly that much of a run. It's just me showing you guys. I want to make that clear, the sense of direction, that there's some leveling off and then it starts to rise, or it can just rise up directly. Either way, it's going to do one or the other. But then once it gets there, it will either dip slightly and level off, or it's going to just level off where it's at. The date of the pump is on the 10th, right? So we see that here. That's the date of the next pump. And by the way, that is the last pump of these scheduled dates. So it's super important to keep in mind that from the 10th till the next announcement, which is the 13th, there will be some uncertainty. So if the market is having a bull run on the 10th, on the 11th, on the 12th, all the way to the 13th, and there's not much red, and it's just hitting newer highs, even though it might have volatility, right? Like, let's just say that it just keeps going. It just keeps going in that direction. And I have to pay close attention to how this is going to react, due to the fact that right now, yes, this is what we're speculating here for Monday, right? Let's say it runs up and it levels off. Tuesday, it might run up just a tad bit more. But after Tuesday, if this just continues to run up and hit newer highs, obviously there's the ups and downs and the volatility of the market, then this is actually going to show that even though there's uncertainty for the next pump, because the next announcement of the pump is on the 13th. This is the last scheduled pump for now. Now we can wait till Friday and we won't know if there's another scheduled pump, how's the pump going to be, or is there no pump. So if the market is running up, that could be due to the fact of all this speculation here that we have going on, in the hopes of whatever outturn the elections have given, due to not just the presidential election, but the House of Representatives majority, the Senate majority. All those things are reflecting right now in the market, and it's creating that hope and the run that we're on. So if this just continues to run up, that's going to be very interesting, and we're going to have to monitor this closely. And if the next pumps keep coming up, then this is just going to continue to run. Now, keep in mind, these numbers here where it's at, that's not exactly where I'm saying that it's going to go. This is just for me to draw a diagram in the direction that things could go. So it's going to kind of slightly run up, leveled off, and then date of the pump, which is the 10th, it's going to hit a newer high, and then it might dip or kind of just continue to run up. And here's the ups and downs of volatility of the market. But like, again, I said, I'm not stating that it's going to go up to these numbers. It could possibly be something different, like just run up, go right there, and then just hang out like that. But I'm just trying to show you guys a little bit more of a diagram where you can see the lines to get an idea of what I'm trying to state here. And this is one possibility. And what I'm saying is, if this continues to run without the announcement of a pump, or knowing if there's a pump, again, this is due to all the elections, not just the presidential election, but the House of Representatives majority and the Senate majority, and so forth. So there's a lot of things coming into play here other than the presidential election. Now, another thing too, we have to also see if this is also meaning, okay, there's confirmation that we don't know about because it hasn't been announced, but other big dogs or other big fish, as I call them, in the market know that the next pumps are coming, because these pumps are literally what's been holding up the market in this upward direction and what's been holding up the market from falling down, right? It's like literally that support from stopping it from going in this direction and stopping it from going in this direction. So these pumps don't just mean that the market's going up. It's just, I'm here to inform you guys that there's an opportunity between the dates of these pumps and when they happen, because they're going up several points in the S&P. There's individual ticker symbols rising up with it. Okay, so that's just the speculation that if the market continues to ride up, there's some news or some information that we don't know about as regular investors that is going on, and this is just continuing to run. Or like I said, it has to do with the election results, and not just the presidential election, but the House of Representative majority and the Senate majority. Okay, that was one possibility, right? It will slightly just level off, run up, and level off. Now, this is the other one, which is what these pumps are really there for, to do. And there's still opportunities to go ahead and jump in and make some profit. Again, I'm not here to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything individually or in particular. And I'm not here to guarantee profits. I'm just here to show how this works. So Monday, it might just slightly dip and level off. This is where the pump really comes into play. So then we have Tuesday. That was 9th, and then Tuesday. On Tuesday, this is going to rise up and level back off where it was. So it would probably go down, not this low, or maybe lower or maybe less. I'm not there saying exactly the amount, but just theoretically speaking, it'll go down and then it would run back up. And it will level off where it was or close to it, or maybe even break slightly above it, right? And end up at a newer high. And then we'll have to see how the rest of the week goes, or it would go up, or it could actually start to work its way down. So this is why this week is very interesting. It's the week that we finally have, quote unquote, an official election result of the presidential election. We already know the House majority. We already know the Senate majority. We just got results this weekend of who has the majority vote and popular vote and electoral college votes, and the most states, right, from the electoral college points. Not most states, because you can have more states and less electoral college, but the one with the most electoral college votes in states, right? We already know who has that according to what the news is showing us. It's not official yet because there's still also different discrepancies that are being talked about. And some people are agreeing with this, some people are not. We're going to have to see how it plays out. Again, I'm not here to talk about the election. I'm just here to go ahead and explain how this is all correlating to the election, because the market is directly and indirectly affected by the elections and what's going on. So if it was to go in this direction, we would have to pay very close attention, because it has to do with the uncertainty of the next pump, and also the election results may be the ones affecting it. So again, we're gonna have to see, or also the uncertainty that people are saying that we already know, we already got the results, but then there's the other side saying those results are not what it is, or those results need to be double checked. And then we're just left in a gray area that is that really true, is that not, is which side is true, which side is not. So we still have some things to go through of turbulence to figure out what's going on. And all that stuff is going to come into play here this upcoming week. This upcoming week is going to be very interesting. We had a great bull run last week, and we're going to have to see if this bull run continues and if this pump can bring this up to newer highs, and if that uncertainty between, obviously, from the 10th to the 13th, we'll see the volatility of the market either in a downward or upward direction due to the fact that no pump is scheduled. That's what I really want to emphasize, beyond what news or what we're seeing or what is being said right now. And this right now is going to be a very interesting and important week to pay close attention and play this out correctly, because this pump could help this continue the run, or it could just stop it from the first fall and then the rest of the week it's gonna fall. So we need to pay close attention to what's going on here. And as always, I hope you guys found this video helpful and informative. If you guys have any questions or you want to comment anything in your insight or anything that you feel, you're more than welcome to comment down below. And I look forward to seeing your guys' comments. I look forward to seeing you guys engage in conversation with each other, and I look forward to engaging conversation with you guys. If you found this video helpful and informative and it's your first time viewing, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications. And for as long as these Federal Reserve pumps are going on and I can share this information with you guys, I look forward to doing these videos. I do a weekly series, so check it out, all the previous ones, or even check out the video that's about to pop up at the end, which are the best stocks to buy. It's a whole series there. I would advise you guys to check it out. You don't have to watch all of them, but as long as you watch them when you can or you try to, you'll learn a lot of those. And we're going to do videos recapping on those and seeing how much they've grown since we've talked about them. So I look forward to doing that series as well. We talk about certain stocks and then we go over them in the next couple of months to see what's been going on, or is the growth still there, or what to think about next, you know? So I look forward to doing all these different series. So subscribe so you don't miss a single one. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like buttons and let me know you watch this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.